What are you? Oh, you're reading Stacey Lewis.
Yeah, I'm actually not reading about Stacey Lewis. I'm reading about golf in the state of Arizona. There is an awesome article called "There's Nothing Quite Like Golf in Arizona," and I think they're right. There's a nice picture of Sewilo Golf Club right there, managed by Troon Golf, and ironically managed by Troon Golf. Today's guest is from Troon Golf, but we'll get to that in a minute because I'm really excited that we were able to get him in. We're doing 2 Friday Foursomes today because last week I was in Silverado at thefries.com, but this week we're going to be doing 2 Friday Foursomes. But this one there's only 3 of us because Jason couldn't join us. He's in meetings. And then Scott Merchant, who always comes in from the bullpen, he couldn't join us because he's got meetings. So I'm going to make sure that Scott sees this and he watches because I may not be calling him up from the bullpen anymore if he can't deliver. But today's guest
Is he a left-hander or a right-hander?
I don't know. I'll ask. He's probably, I don't know, actually. Good question. And also, after this is finished, you'll be able to watch this both in the Google Plus Golf community. You can watch it on YouTube. But now we've got a really awesome relationship with the guys at Golf Life TV. You're going to be able to watch this on Golf Life TV. They're going to be building a library of these, so you can watch these in past episodes as well. So that's going to be fun. And it's actually kind of funny how that started because that started with a Friday Foursome, and then they were like, "Hey, can we put your videos on our website?" And I was like, "Sure." So, and we got Les Bailey from Pro Golf Now. Les gives me a hard time that I never introduce him. So, Les, I'm introducing you. See?
Oh, thank you.
And we have got Kris Strauss, and it's kind of a little weird because, well, his office is right down the hallway. But I'm just gonna, I could talk about him, tell you who he is, tell you what he does, but I'm gonna let him. So, Kris, welcome to the Friday Foursome.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be a part of the Friday Foursome. Excited to be a part of the group, and thanks for all that you do to spread the good word about this great game that we're all involved in. I've been super blessed in my life to be involved in the game of golf from the time I was a kid, and I've always worked in golf. If it wasn't for the game, I wouldn't have had this job. I wouldn't have the bride that I have, my wife, and the kids I have, and so I have a lot to be thankful for. And grew up in Hawaii, playing junior golf in Hawaii, and moved here to Arizona to go to school at Arizona State, and been with Troon now. It's about 3 years, but I had a 10-year interruption in that. So my first job with Troon was actually back in Hawaii in 2001, 2002, and came back to Troon last summer in this position as a VP of Sales and Marketing. So it's a pleasure to be on Friday Foursome, and again, a big fan of everything that you do through your golf community.
Well, that is awesome, and I'm going to kick it off with something that we've just launched here at Troon, the Troon Junior Club, and that's going to be a big focus of the conversation today because that's a big thing that we've been working on really hard to be able to get ready for implementation, and we've launched that officially. So, what is the Troon? I mean, I know what it is, but let's pretend that Les and other members that are watching don't. What is the Troon Junior Club? Where did the ideas of that come from? And kind of paint a picture of the history of the Troon Junior Club and where that's going to be going and what the goals are with this new program that we have.
Absolutely. First of all, Troon, I think what a lot of people don't know about here in the offices at Troon, or we spend about half the amount of time focusing on how we can get more rounds to our golf courses and keep our owners happy. The other half the time we spend on trying to figure out how we can grow the game. Like, what are we going to be doing 5-10 years down the road to be delivering new customers to our courses, new members to our private clubs, and Troon. We've always had this Troon Family Golf initiative that was a kid plays free with a regular paying adult after 3 o'clock, and we have about 65 domestic clubs that participate in that program. Additionally, they also get free rental clubs, and they also get free instruction with a regular paying adult as well too. So Troon Family Golf's been around for a number of years. And as a father of 3 beautiful girls that are ages 10, 12, and 14, I can't always get out there and tee it up with my daughters, right? So we thought we need to create something that helps provide affordability and access to the juniors that might want to come out by themselves or not with their parents, or for the teenagers. What can we do to get them, dropped off at the club with their friends and make it more affordable and provide some great access, tie in some instruction, and thus came the Troon Junior Club. So the Troon Junior Club is now live. If you go to troonjuniorclub.com, you can check it out, and it's only $35 for a junior for the entire 2015 year. If you buy it now, you get a few extra bonus months. And what that gets you is preferred junior rates for the junior. At right now, it's over 40 facilities in 16 different states. It gets you preferred junior rates. It gets you practice benefits at many of the clubs, and also quarterly complimentary instructional clinics at each club as well too. And there's a bunch of other great benefits, but those are the core benefits. They're also going to get a really cool like TJC flat build cap, which is all the rage right now for the kids. And the girls are going to also have a pink visor. I think Ellie stole my visor. There's a cute little girl's visor cap, but they get a cap. They're going to get a bag tag, which is going to serve as their membership ID. And we're trying to do some fun things and make golf cool, right? And you walk out to the golf course and you see little Ricky Fowlers out there. We want thousands more little Ricky Fowlers running around our facilities, accessing our facilities and providing having instructional opportunities as well. So that was how it kind of came to fruition, somewhat what it is today. And what it will be tomorrow, who knows? But we're taking a step in the right direction, we think.
Well, it's a really cool program to be involved with, to have seen it kind of go from just an idea through the concept and the implementation of it, and it's just really neat. I get the emails when we get new members joining, and it's so cool to see how many people are joining and how many clubs were excited to get involved with it. I mean, you said 40. It was like just, hey, we're doing a Troon Junior Club, and they're like, how do we get involved? Where do we sign up? So it's really cool that use of the facilities in the portfolio are going to be utilized for this program. And Les, I don't know if you're qualified to be a member of the TJC, but
Probably not.
I'm sure you've got some questions about the Junior Club.
Well, before I get to my question, I'm curious. Kris, you went to Arizona State. Is there a statue there someplace of Mickelson?
Yeah, actually, I don't think there's a statue of Mickelson. There's a really cool statue of Heather Farr. Yeah, it's certainly where. I mean, I went to school when I was a freshman. He was a senior, and man, it was
Mickelson?
awesome. It was
Really?
Mickelson. Yeah, it was awesome to watch him play as an amateur. I mean, he was his senior year. He won the Tucson Open, and he won a PGA Tour event when he was still an amateur and was winning NCAA titles. And so, certainly a great school to be a part of, and a lot of. Obviously, in this town, it's a golf town, and so certainly it was great to go to college in a town that was really golf centric.
Well, what percent of your Troon facilities are TJC friendly?
Well, I mean, we have probably on the family golf front, we have all the domestic daily fee resort facilities participate in Troon Family Golf, and that's where we come up. That's where the 65 domestic resort daily fee properties are involved in our Troon Family Golf. Of that, we have 42 courses that are offering TJC rates, TJC practice benefits, and or TJC instructional clinics.
Okay.
So, I mean, I would say of that 65, again, we went to Arizona State, so you got to do some quick math there, but probably about 80% of the clubs are submitting benefits, and it's growing. Some programs like this, sometimes you got to get out of the starting blocks first, and then we work on making it better each and every day thereafter.
Well, this is a bad day for Jason to miss, huh?
Yeah, because Jason's so into junior golf. I'm going to make sure he sees this and feels bad for missing too. So it's weird though, because Jason's meeting ends right when this episode ends, and for another Friday Foursome that we're doing after this, he's going to be in that one. So I'll definitely make him feel bad about that.
Yeah, you got to get on him a little bit.
So Kris, you said that you grew up in Hawaii. Now, what in the heck is that like? Like, I mean, I can't even imagine. I get excited when I go visit Hawaii, and you were born and grew up there. So
it was awesome. It was awesome growing up there for sure. And what was Les? Did you have to pile on that question? I'll answer them both.
Yeah. He advertised that he went to Hawaii and didn't take his golf clubs with him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's really crazy.
Go to Kapalua. I got the chance to tour the golf course. The golf course was closed, so I couldn't have even played if I wanted to. So there's my excuse for not taking my clubs.
Could have hopped down to Kaanapali there and jumped on. It's not very far.
So I don't know a lot of people that have. I mean, I don't know if I know more than one or two people that have lived or currently live in Hawaii. So what was it like? was the mainland is like what it is now? Like you got to go on vacation to go to the mainland, and what was
Yeah,
it
I mean,
like
our
just
vacations
growing
we
up?
went inter-island because it was too expensive to fly to the mainland. But it was certainly a great place to grow up. I mean, it's definitely a lot of golf is so popular there. Playing junior golf in Hawaii was pretty cool. Was cool. Playing high school golf was even better because we got out of school on Mondays and played an 18-hole match. So back when I went to school and played high school golf there, they're like, I told people I was on the golf team. They're like, oh, you just do that to get out of school on Mondays, right? And I'm like, oh, I really love the game of golf. Oh, and I get out of school on
Yeah,
Monday.
sure. Yeah,
But
sure.
it's a great place. It's still a wonderful place to go and visit. I still have family there and a ton of friends, and they got a lot of great junior golfers coming up through the ranks there. Kind of the Hawaii thing was kind of an inspiration for Troon Junior Club too, because even when I was growing up there, we used to buy a $25 card that got us $5 green fees on the municipal golf courses. And it was a way everybody in the golf team did it. You bought the card, and that's how you had access to go play and practice at the facility. So it was also kind of an inspiration for where we're at today with the Troon Junior Club, with providing juniors a way to get access to preferred junior rates and practice benefits. So
Oh, that's so cool. Just what a thrill.
Hawaii is great, and for those that haven't visited there, it's awesome to go back and visit. Hopefully, in my world, I hope you go back to Kapalua and go see Makai Golf Club on the North Shore of Kauai. But great culture, great people. The funny thing is, I learned how to surf before I learned how to play golf. So I learned how to surf at 9, and I started playing golf at 13. So,
You still surf?
I can still surf. It's on a longboard. That's like playing with 9 woods, right? So you have to. But I still go out there and surf. I'm not as agile as I used to be. I can't handle the wipeouts quite as well, but
Yeah.
great place, and certainly Arizona's beautiful too in its own way, and again, blessed to be here working for Troon, doing things like the Troon Junior Club, and having some fun along the way.
Well, Les, I don't think you know how to surf, do you?
Well, I body surfed before. I lived in California for a long time, and but I never was much of a surfer.
Did you body surf the wedge? That looked insane.
Well, I mostly rolled up on the bottom and got dumped out on the beach, bloody and. I have been to North Shore though and watched the surfers around on Sunset Beach there, back in the day.
Yeah, it's impressive.
What kind of special instruction programs do you have available for the TJC members?
Yeah, and a lot of it varies depending on the club. I'll just give you an example. Copper Canyon's a local club here that just sent in their clinic dates to us, and they're doing quarterly clinics that are free for TJC members. And so the thought behind that is they can hopefully get some instruction, and certainly if they get along well with the instructor and there's a connection there, then they can opt to receive private instruction from that instructor on their own terms and their own times. But like at Copper Canyon, it's basically free clinics on a quarterly basis, and even if you're not in the Troon Junior Club, they're allowing other juniors in at a $10 fee, which is really affordable.
So that's even if they don't have the $35 membership. Okay.
Right, and I know La Paloma down in Tucson, they're doing a complimentary clinic this month, and then they have some other follow-up clinics in November, December, etc. That are an hour clinics, and each clinic will focus on a different part of the game. So it does vary a little bit by course. If you go to troonjuniorclub.com, you can check out what the clinic schedules are for the Troon facilities near you.
And make sure you use the hashtag TJC when you're talking about it on Twitter and Instagram.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to steal that question because I know that's one of your questions about Instagram. So, good segue.
Yeah. Is it my turn again, or are you going to ask a question?
No, you, because I don't want to steal your question. You'll yell at me.
Well, I've noticed that the social media connection was to Instagram, and I was just wondering if that's the only guided social media access the kids have, or do they get on Twitter and Facebook and that
Yeah.
kind of thing?
Sure. Well, certainly through our Troon channels, we have some great connections that can be made through Facebook and Twitter, and Google Plus, obviously. But for the purposes of communicating to our Troon Junior Club members, we're going to rely on two things. You're going to have an email and or a parent's email to do email communication. But we recognize that the way kids are talking today is Instagram. I mean, I have a 10, 12, and 14-year-old daughter. They're not on Facebook. The 14-year-old's been Facebook eligible now for a year and has not yet requested to be on Facebook yet. But they're all on Instagram, and that's how they're communicating with their friends. That's how they're talking about where they're going to meet up tonight. That's how my oldest one has learned about that they want to go to the volleyball game together with their girlfriends. So we have a cool Instagram account for Troon Junior Club. So just go to Instagram and look up Troon Junior Club. As hashtag Ricky alluded to, you can use a hashtag TJC and search for the conversation, and that's going to be our primary means of communication, because again, if we're going to grow the game with junior golfers, we need to make the game affordable, we need to make it fun and cool, and then we need to talk and communicate with the juniors in the language that they're talking and communicating with. And today,
Absolutely.
Instagram. It might be something else tomorrow, but
yeah,
that's where we're at.
Yeah, I've got teenagers, and they're all on Instagram. Some of them are on Facebook, but most of them are on Instagram.
And feel free to use the hashtag grow the game as well. I use that quite a bit when promoting the growth of the game. So, I mean, there's just, and especially on Instagram, hashtags are what make that platform powerful. So, hashtag junior golf, hashtag golf, grow the game, TJC, Troon Junior Club. I mean, just find us, find that conversation, and get in, and let's start talking about how we grow this game with the little Ricky Fowlers, as Kris put it earlier.
The little Ricky Fowlers, huh?
So the Troon Junior Club has now launched. It's officially out. People are joining left and right. Facilities are participating, and that list is growing. But what's next? What are the next programs that we're looking to add to help, again, grow the game and to promote the greatest game ever played? Is there something on that horizon that we're going to be transitioning to next?
From a Troon standpoint, we're obviously big supporters of a lot of the national initiatives and all the player development efforts that's out there. But we also take that up a notch too and do some things with a little more vigor and with a little more intensity. For example, May is always Player Development Month. Last May we had 500 plus clinics being held at Troon facilities around the world that were really affordable to get in. Some cases they're free, some cases they're $10, some cases they're $20. We introduced 2,600 people to the game of golf in the month of May. There's 2,600 participants that played in Troon Player Development Month in the month of May that went to a clinic or went to an event at our facilities. So that's going to be a big focus next year, making that bigger and better. Even things like our Troon Card program. If you go to trooncards.com, that's our frequent player program. And growing the game is about getting new players into the game. But the second part of it is getting the players we do have to play more, or getting it more, providing some affordability so that people can play more frequently or play twice a week instead of once a week. And the Troon Card itself, the trooncards.com website has a bunch of information on that great program. It does just that. We've recognized that not everybody has time for 18 holes today, so this year the Troon Card program launched a new 9-hole rate and a twilight rates at our facilities. We've seen a stat floating around the office that 76% of millennials don't play the game of golf because it takes too long to play. Well, thankfully, Troon has programs like Troon Values Your Time and our Pace of Play program, and also has things like our Troon Cards program that's now offering a 9-hole rate or twilight rates at participating facilities that provide access for folks that might not have 4.5 hours to play a round of golf.
And make sure you use the hashtag
hashtag Troon Cards on that front as well too, if you're searching for more info on Troon Card programs. But those are some things that are on the horizon from a grow the game standpoint. There's no silver bullet on what we're going to do to grow the game, but I think as long as we keep trying to chip away at it and create things like Troon Junior Club, have instructors like the instructors we have and the coaches we have at Troon that are using things like Snag and doing fun and creative clinics to get juniors, women, seniors, people returning to the game, if we can keep chipping away at it, the trend is going to shift, and there's going to be that many more players getting into the game. But it's not going to be one silver bullet that solves the
Well, that was one of the questions I had was, are you doing anything to promote the seniors? You know, we're the people that have time to play.
Absolutely, and if you look at our statistics of who the Troon customer is, it's definitely in the baby boomer generation.
All right.
That show that the older you get, the more rounds you'll traditionally play. You know, and we think like things like the Troon cards certainly speak to that, because that, you know, that will a senior would have the ability to use that program and get the most savings from it. You know, we are using Snag. I mentioned Snag from a junior standpoint, but the whole new way of using that is looking at using that to grow the game with seniors and bringing the game to seniors and getting people that haven't played the game or who gave up their game 30 years ago, let's get them back into the game. So a lot of what we do crosses over to whether it's a baby boomer generation or you know, or somebody in their 30s and 40s, but we feel that some of our programming we have today definitely speaks to seniors and provides access to some of the great Troon destinations in a great way.
So basically what he's saying, Les, buy a Troon card.
Well, I would if I had a Troon course next to me out here someplace, but
You've lived everywhere else in the world. You might as well move.
You never know. Next week there might be one.
Yeah.
Well, I used to live close to the Harmony Preserve. I've played the Harmony quite a few times, but that's
You've lived everywhere, Les. You haven't lived. There's plenty of golf courses around here.
Yeah. Good luck talking my wife into moving to Arizona. She don't like the desert or the heat.
But it's a dry heat, Les.
Yeah, sure it is.
Hashtag sold Troon cards.
Hey, hashtag all those lawns out there in Phoenix that are generating humidity.
So, Kris, what is your most favorite thing about working for Troon Golf? One thing, not a list, not one thing.
I'm able to share the passion I have with the game of golf with others.
Oh,
so,
awesome.
I mean, and that's really what we do. I mean, when we talk about selling and marketing, if, you know, sales and marketing is in my title, it's pretty awesome because I just tell people about this passion, and we get people, if we can get more players in the game or get more people playing Troon facilities, that's all it's all about. And we're super lucky that we're able to work in golf because it's a great game. I mean, we all know that. I mean, it's very hard to find bad people in this business. Usually when you play around a golf, as you guys know, you play around a golf with somebody, it's like you've been best friends for life, or you really get in tune with that person. And certainly a great game, and I'm honored to be, you know, be a part of the game and be, you know, with the world's largest and, in my opinion, the world's best golf management company out there, and promoting the game and this passion that we all have. And like you have, Ricky, there's nobody more passionate in the game. And I don't know how many rounds or scores you're going to post this year, Ricky, but it's great to be working alongside with people that share that passion. So Ricky, how many rounds are you going to post this year?
So my goal this year was to play 50. I said at the beginning of the year, I was like, you know what, I'm going to dedicate my weekends. I'm going to play 50 rounds, and I hit that mark about 4 weeks ago. So I've posted 56 so far this year. I'm playing Sunday, and I might as well play 36 every weekend until
awesome
the year. So now I guess next year 75 will be my goal. So I'll have to play a little bit
happen. What about you, Les? What do you think? How many rounds are you gonna get in this year?
Well, I played golf this morning. That's where I was at until I got here on the computer. I had been playing twice a week for most of the summer, but our golf season is going to come to a close here pretty soon. It was 47 and kind of cool this morning when we teed off, so
what's that?
winter's
Another
coming.
Excuse to move to Phoenix where you can play 365 days a year?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll let you talk to my wife about me moving to
Bring her on.
Phoenix.
I can convince her. It's not going to be hard. Les, you got any final questions for Kris? So we got to get to the Back9, just in honor of Jason today. The Back9.
All right.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Go ahead and move on.
Okay, so I'm going to ask one more though. How many rounds are you going to get in this year, Kris?
Well, I've posted 31.
Okay.
There's been a few scrambles that I've played in that you couldn't couldn't necessarily post, right? So.
Well, I know you're a huge fan of the E9. So do you count those or no?
Well, no. I mean, I tell you, I posted more emergency 9 rounds this year than I have any other year. But I'll probably end up being about 40-ish, 45 rounds this year. So not quite as much as Ricky, but again, it's just such a great game, and I think the more, I'm glad that you have a lot of rounds under your belt this year, Ricky. I think as people that are in the industry, when people come up to us and ask, "Are you playing a lot of golf?" We can't be answering no. I don't have the time. Those are all excuses we hear. Like if somebody comes up to us and asks, "Are you playing a lot of golf?" we should be answering, "Yeah, I'm playing 40 rounds this year." It's a great way to spend time with my family. It's a great way to connect and spend time with clients and grow my business. I mean, that's what, as an industry, we need to be doing. And so therefore, I mean, I'm glad you are going to eclipse that 50 mark next year, and I'll be rooting for you to hit 75 next year, Ricky.
Fine. I guess we'll have to just go back to your high school golf days and take Mondays off and go play. I mean, that'll help. That'll help.
Emergency 9 Mondays.
Yeah, like that. Okay. Well, the last couple of minutes here, we do what are, I used to call them rapid fire. Les, they're not really rapid fire though, are they? I mean, what's a better word to describe the back nine?
Lightning round.
Lightning round. Yeah, we should transition.
That's what it used to be.
Yeah, I know. So it's just 9 questions. They're random. You don't know what they are. They're pretty much all. I think they're all golf related. There's one of them that I think you know how you should answer it. But are you ready for the back 9/lightning round?
Don't be intimidated.
Bring it. Bring it.
All right, here we go. All-time favorite golf course.
Goodness, you're gonna totally put me on it. I can't answer that. Kapalua Plantation. How's that?
Yeah, there you go. Play some homage to the hometown. Favorite PGA Tour major?
Masters.
Have you ever had an ace?
2.
2, really? Both sidestep. Tell me about both of them, because that's
one in Hawaii on a par 3 course at Hawaii Kai Golf Course, and one here in Arizona.
Nice. We're at in Arizona.
It was at a club called Kokopelli. It was legit 202 yards, so it was a legit. First one was on a par 3 course, so. That didn't feel quite as legit as the other one, but
it's better than saying you got it on like an 8-inch cup. That's
right. Or playing by yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had an ace. Yeah, I just went right in the cup, and I was playing alone. So I know you've been taking lessons. What's your handicap?
6.8.
Ooh, that is really good. What is your favorite golf movie?
Caddyshack.
It's a good choice. Favorite LPGA Tour player?
LPGA?
Yeah, you don't get that question a lot.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. Paul Kramer.
Easy. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is the question that will decide whether or not this interview is over. Will Tiger break Jack's record, and why or why not? I think you'd appreciate that one.
Oh, this is going to end rather quickly.
Don't worry,
he's not going to break the record. I'm sorry to say, Ricky. But
there you go.
I pull for him. I root for him. He's great for golf, great for ratings, but I think he's got too many injuries and he's got too many things going on. He's definitely gonna win a couple more majors, but I don't think he's gonna win. I don't think he's gonna break the record.
All right, that was a good reasonable excuse. All right, at least you didn't pull the Tom Enders comment and just make a Phil comment about we got into it yesterday, by the way, Tom and I. He thinks that I'm a Phil fan now, and that's not.
I'm not sure if Phil's going to win another one, but I pull for him, obviously, with my ASU.
Yeah, you got the ASU connection. What is the favorite club in the bag?
Right now, because that varies.
It varies from round to round.
58-degree wedge. Otherwise, it'd be my 7-iron.
How far do you hit the 58? I don't carry it 58.
I don't know. You can shut her down and get it 85 yards, but.
Okay.
I use it more times around the green for any kind of shot.
See, that's my 56. Like, I don't hit. I have a 60, and I don't hit that out of anywhere. I use the 56 in the sand and greenside bunkers and everywhere. And what is next for Kris Strauss? And don't say lunch because that's an easy answer.
Oh, keep trying to play more golf and keep trying to grow Troon Golf and grow our business and grow the game.
Oh, that is awesome. Well, Les, thanks for joining us. I'm going to see you again here in a couple of minutes when we get David Seaman in for another another Friday Foursome. But Kris, thank you for doing this. This is awesome. It was so good to be able to kind of officially launch in the golf community, the Troon Junior Golf Club, and it's going to be really cool to see how that grows and to see the facilities that start utilizing that. And it's not as much about anything past increasing junior golf and growing the game. So I appreciate your time today, and I will make sure this gets shared both in the golf community and on Golf Life TV. And as Jesus Martinez says and stole from what I consider the greatest golf movie of all time, make more birdies.